What is up, everyone? This is Nunzi, and the Angry Hacks are back tonight. A little quick turnaround from the podcast the other night. I got my other hacks with me. Michael Hall, what's going on, brother?
What is up, Angry Hacks Nation?
And, of course, Stan the Man. So, boys, we got a fun one tonight. We got a fun one. I know I say that all the time, but this one is kind of true to our name, the Angry Hacks, because we're about to get angry. We're about to go on a rant. Okay, I know we have a couple of topics each, and it's going to get crazy here. It's going to get crazy. So I'm going to lead us off because this one is at the tip of my not going to say, but here we go. So this one's been brewing for a while, for me at least, and I know you guys. I know how you guys feel about this, so we're gonna lead it off here. Oh, second favorite team in sports. What the hell does that mean? What the hell is a second favorite team? I don't know. But when anytime someone brings up that they have a second favorite team, I lose my shit. I lose my mind. I can't stand it. That is like one of my biggest sports bugaboos. I mean, I just, guys, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm a guy that is so loyal to his sports teams that something like that, somebody telling me that they have a second favorite team just drives me up the wall, makes my skin crawl. Okay? I mean, please be a true sports fan and be loyal to one sports team. Now, per sport, obviously. Okay, because you can have many sports teams that you like, just in different sports. But I mean, Jesus, guys. I mean, anytime I hear a story, anytime I talk to somebody I know, and then they tell me they have a second favorite team, I just got to walk away. I got to walk away. So, I mean, this has been brewing for a while. And I just want to tell you guys a little story. And I know that you've heard it already because I kind of texted it to you guys. But this happened to me a couple of weeks ago. It's probably like 2 weeks ago. I know this guy. He comes into my gym, and he's a cool guy, and we talk hockey. Not many guys talk hockey, and I love hockey, and it's really easy for me to talk hockey with somebody who really enjoys talking about it. So he's a big, avid Penguins fan. Now, I'm not going to fault him for that because, I mean, I hate the team. I hate the Pittsburgh Penguins. I hate it, being a New York Ranger fan.
Yeah.
But, and Mike, I know you can agree with me at this one. I respect him. I respect him because he loves his team. He loves his Penguins. I can hear it in his voice when he talks about them. You can respect something like that. Fair enough. Yeah, exactly. So this guy walks in one day to the gym. This is where I always see him. He's also a teacher. So, we always talk about that stuff. But he walks in, and I had to take like a double or triple take. So he walks in, and I mean, it's really hard for me to say this right now. But he walks in with a Capitals t-shirt jersey. I'm like, what? So he comes like, closer to me, say hello. And I'm like befuddled. And then like he turns around at some point and it's got Ovechkin on the back. Holy cow. Holy bananas. So I had to approach him and say something because like I was pissed off. So I'm like, dude, why are you wearing a Capitals jersey? You are a huge Penguins fan, right? So this is what he says to me. Yeah, but they're actually my second favorite team. Oh. Holy cow.
Puke.
Holy cow. Guys, I want to punch the wall right next to me right now for even like talking about it. Not only did he tell me he has a second favorite team, but it's a team that is arch rivals of his favorite team. That makes things worse. It makes it worse. Holy cow. So I'm trying not to tell him I don't want to be his friend anymore because I guess that's kind of mean. But it's kind of like I said it without words. So I really haven't talked to the guy much since. But I mean, I see him all the time. Give him a nod. Yeah. Go bench press and stuff. I'm gonna walk over here and just mind my own business and not want to punch in the face. So I had to get that one off my chest. And I know you guys heard it, but you didn't hear kind of like the full Monty.
It's the worst. So, it's the worst.
It's the worst. And you know what, guys? And this is how this all started, really, like getting us going, Mike. And you were there, even you, right? You were there. You know, we watched football in our apartment every Sunday a couple years ago. It was a great time. We had all our friends over. And our buddy, Matthew Caputo, be great if he's listening.
Shout out.
Matthew Caputo, you know, he comes in. He's a Giant fan, like us, right? He's a Giant fan. He seemed pretty loyal to his team. I mean, he wears a jersey. You know, he talks about it. Talks about the team with us. You know, he was there a lot too. So I'm like, all right, this guy's a Giants fan. There was one day, Mike. I think you were there. It might have been when we were coaching baseball.
Yes, it was.
His second favorite team. So, like, before that, like, it was always on my mind how annoyed I was at that. And I never kind of discussed that thing with you, that topic with you. But then I had to engage in this conversation. And I'm like, dude, what do you mean your second favorite team? Oh, yeah, you know, the 49ers are actually my second favorite team. No, they're not. No, they're not. And I kept it kind of calm. I mean, no, they're not. They're not your second favorite team. I mean, I don't even know what we were talking about at that time, but he kind of just came up with the idea of the Niners being his second favorite team. Now, Niners and Giants, maybe they were once rivals back in, you know, early 90s and whatever, but they're not really crazy rivals. You know, two different coasts, not really crazy, but still, you don't have a second favorite team. Nobody has a second favorite team.
You know who has a second favorite team?
Who?
Kids that are 7.
You're right. You're right, man. And maybe I wouldn't get mad at a 7-year-old if he has a second favorite team, but I will still. I probably still will.
Yeah, you teach him early not to do that shit.
Exactly. You teach him early. I mean, guys, you know this. This has just been one of my biggest things, my biggest pet peeves in sports, like to no end. A guy talking about second favorite team, but like I think the worst part, especially for us being New York fans. I mean, other than Mike, your football team, but being New York sports fans, a guy who's a Giants and Jets fan. No, you're not. Pick one damn team.
You can't do it. You can't.
You can't do it. I'm sorry. Or a guy that's a Mets and Yankees fan. No, you're not. No, you're not.
You're not.
You're not.
You're not.
Listen,
one of two things. There's two types of people that do this, okay? One is the casual fan, right? You've heard that term all the time, the casual fan, the casual fan. Enough with the casual fan. They're not fans. They're just people. They're sports civilians, okay? And I don't want to deal with those people. Casual fans. Well, I kind of like this team. I kind of like that team. Ooh, I like that player, so I'm going to like that team. But I like this guy too. No, bullshit. Enough of that. And the second kind of person that does this shit is the fair weather fan. When, as a kid or a young adult, they liked a team, that team started to suck, so they jumped ship. They got with a new team, and that original love never really dies. So they're stuck with they got two teams now. You can't do that either. That's bullshit too. It's all bullshit.
Bullshit.
It's bullshit.
The last fucking jersey I had that wasn't a team that I rooted for was when I was like 9 years old. I had a Damon Stoudemire Toronto Raptors jersey because it had a fucking dinosaur on it. That's why I like
it. Dude, I like that. I like that, guys. I mean, you're right, though, Mike. and Rye, you guys are right. Like sometimes when you're a kid, but I mean, it baffles me when an adult who is a big sports fan just pulls this shit. I mean, you can't be you can't have two favorite teams. And I don't even like the guy that says, "Oh, I kind of like that team." Mike, you're a Packers fan. I'm a Giants fan. Okay, I'm not going to sit there and say I love the Packers, and I'm not going to sit there and say it's a second favorite team for me. I'll root for them against another opponent, and I will root for them because my friend likes that team. That's what I'll do.
Right.
That's not even close in the same realm of having a second favorite team.
No. And I always root for the Giants unless they're playing the Green Bay Packers. I always root for the Giants. And I think a big part of that is just so you guys aren't so miserable. If the Giants are winning, you guys are just happier people. So that it's just a better situation. But I always root for the Giants. But I'm never going to buy a Giants jersey.
No.
I'm not going to a Giant game unless they're playing the Packers or it's free. So it's a big, big, big difference. And if you claim to be a fan of two teams, you are a fan of zero teams. That's the bottom line.
And that's how I put it too. If you're going to be a fan of two teams, so to speak, don't even talk to me. No. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me because I'm going to walk away or I'm going to sock you one.
Slug you in the face.
Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, guys, we can pretty much agree that this all pisses us off. This all pisses us off.
Yes.
And I'm sure that both of you have run into people that have done and pulled the same shit.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yep.
There's only one scenario where I would actually maybe agree, and it's not like a second favorite team, but like say you grew up as like a college sports fan of a certain college, and then you went away to a different college because that college didn't accept you or something like that. I could see you rooting for both of those colleges. That's it.
I think college. I feel a little different. I feel a little different about that.
There you go. It's different. So then any of these schmoes within the pro sports, they're just schmoes. If they don't like two favorite teams. You nailed it right on the head, Mike. If you like two teams, you don't like any.
That's how I feel about it.
I'm with you guys. I'm with you. All right. Ryan and Nunziato's rant is over. It's over.
It's a good rant. Do you feel better?
I feel a lot better, and I hope if anybody's listening out there, they kind of got a clue and just understand why I get so pissed off about something so stupid.
Yeah, and if anyone out there is listening and they actually root for two teams in the same sport, I don't even want you listening.
Please don't listen.
Go away.
Because we are the Angry Hacks.
And I mean it. Go away right now.
You know what's annoying?
What?
Go ahead,
Ryan. No, you go, Ryan. What's up?
I will go. And you know what's annoying? That Mike that you brought up the other day on the football jerseys when a guy has senior.
Oh my God.
Go ahead, Mike. Please take this one.
Already. It's like such a look at me thing. I can't stand it. You want to put junior on the jersey, fine. You're proud of your name. Your father named you the same thing as him. That could be a proud thing for a kid. And you get to the big, you get to the NFL. You want to throw it in New Jersey, fine. We've seen the thirds. I think Todd Gurley is actually Todd Gurley the fourth, but I don't think he puts it on his jersey.
Jesus Christ.
Or maybe third. It's something. It's a long Roman numeral. It's obscene. But this senior crap, it was your choice. Like it was your choice to name your kid the same name as you, and now you're gonna put that on you. Like, did you do it just for the jersey? You know what I mean? It pisses me off so much. I don't like names on jerseys as it is. Okay, and that's not like a Yankee thing, or I'm an old school guy. I like what's on the front is more important than what's on the back. But I understand there's going to be names on jerseys, especially in the NFL when they're wearing helmets and you can't see their faces. It's the only thing they have. I get it. But it's such a look at me thing. I had a kid and I named him the same thing as me, so I'm going to put senior on my jersey. Terrell Pryor Sr. Get the hell out of here.
It's like if you have a kid middle of the season, weeks 1 through 5, you're just Terrell Pryor, and then you have a kid in between 5 and 6, and then you just change your Terrell Pryor Senior.
Right. Well, no, the NFL won't allow that.
I know, but like, you know what I mean. And then like the next season they would, that's because the NFL is the no fun league. But
right.
Even though I agree with this one,
how about put Mr. Pryor on your jersey or Dad? Just put Dad.
Well, are they gonna have a player?
Just Daddy.
Just Daddy-o. Good Lord.
Yeah. Isn't Marvin Jones Sr. too?
I believe so. A lot of guys are doing
it. Steve
Smith before he retired.
Yeah.
So at least it's one less now. But holy shit.
It's one less.
Holy shit. This pisses me off more than Chad Johnson, a.k.a. Ocho Cinco, his shenanigans with his jersey. Yeah. This pisses me off more. How is that possible?
It's possible. Just like Meta World Peace.
Meta World Peace.
Well, he's just banged up in the head.
Oh, banged up. You beat me to it there. Banged up individual.
You remember Brian Williams to Bison Deli?
No.
Do you don't remember that? And I think late '90s basketball player for the Bulls, Brian Williams, and then changed the name to Bison Deli.
No, are you talking about Big Country? Brian Big Country Reeves?
No, Brian Williams.
I'm sorry.
And then changed to Bison Deli, and I think this is like a crazy story, and I can't believe I brought this up, but Bison he might have died, and no one could find the body. I don't know. I'm saying this. This is like the non-fact checking part of the episode. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Let's move on to something else.
All right. Well, I'm done with the senior crap. You know what? I'm just waiting to see how many more guys put it on their jersey this year. It's going to be more.
Well, they all have kids, and they're like 22. So
right, yeah, and it's like
Antonio Cromartie's 10th kid doesn't play, so it's Antonio Cromartie the 10th.
Oh God, X Antonio Cromartie X. The Roman numeral.
Oh God, guys,
it's like you have a kid and you with your wife, like, oh, what do you want to name him? Oh, we're naming the same thing as me, so I could put senior on my jersey. Duh. The hell out of here. Next, what's next? I'm mad.
Well, something that's pissing me off. It's nothing major because the Mets really suck, and you would think that by this time I would just give up on this season. But when they're starting to do things that just contradict everything they've done the last few years, it just is another point of the New York Mets not knowing how to run a franchise, or just being confused in doing so, or not giving the reins over to one particular person and having so many peas in the pod doing things and pulling the strings. They need a conductor, and they need to let that conductor do things the same way over. Like, they can't have all these guys. I feel like they have 20 guys making decisions for them because every decision is different. Or it could be the same stupid one, and they're letting the wrong guy make decisions. The thing that happened this week is Matt Harvey comes back and he pitches in Houston. Oh, my God. The first game back after Hurricane Harvey, they throw freaking Matt Harvey out there. Like, come on. Anyway, Matt Harvey gets shelled.
Shellacked.
Because he might as well be Harvey Firestone or Harvey Weinstein. He's not Matt Harvey anymore.
Harvey Wallbanger.
Harvey, the freaking 6-foot rabbit that talked to James Stewart in fucking 1961 or whatever. This guy is not Matt Harvey, but still, he's coming back from these injuries. He's come back from a lot of stuff. It was just 2 short years ago that he was pitching the last game of the World Series, right? And then they want to pitch him on short rest this week after he gets shelled in Houston? What are they doing?
I don't know.
And it's not like they're even in contention, right?
I don't even care. Right. So what is the point? Just pitch a young kid. There is no point to this crap. There is none. They are just stupid. They're inept. They don't know what the heck they're doing. Like, I know that everyone in the world that is a baseball fan thinks they can run a team better than the team is being run over, but I really feel like we could run a team better than this Mets franchise. I really do.
I bet we could.
At times I think so, man.
Well, at times, and I know probably not, I know there's a lot more going on. I know that we wouldn't be good like talent scout evaluators because it's just.
Oh well, speak for yourself. I would be.
Oh, mouth.
Well, hey, we'll put it this way, Ryan. If we're at least in the room and they're gonna go, should we start Matt Harvey tonight or should we not? We'd all go, no, it's stupid.
Right. That is true. That is true. I mean, and I don't, and even if you do or you don't start him on short rest, why is it even a discussion? That's what my point is. It shouldn't even be a discussion.
Mm-hmm.
So now that he's not Matt Harvey and he's Harvey Weinstein, now you can pitch him on short rest. This is the stupidest crap ever. Like, when does it get to the point where a guy like I guess the Mets feel like he's no longer young. Maybe he doesn't mean anything to us anymore. Do they just not care about Matt Harvey anymore?
Who knows? Who knows?
I mean, maybe. Like, it's the thing is like, that's another thing that pisses me off. All these pitch counts and these innings limits and all this shit. I know we've talked about this shit before, but when does a guy become? When does he become old? Like, when is he not a young guy anymore where he doesn't need to be held on pitch counts, be held on innings limits or whatever?
At this day and age, it seems like they do it for everybody now.
Except for like a save few guys. You're right.
Yeah, I mean, like if Levon Hernandez went out there right now, they'd probably give him a pitch limit.
That guy could throw like 250.
That's what I'm saying. Let the guy throw until his arm falls off. He's like 50 now. I mean, who the hell cares? Right, I'm with you, man. This is the dumbest shit I've ever heard, and I've really, have gone away from watching this team. I'll throw it on sometimes just to watch the young rookies, just to see how they're doing, because that's the only exciting thing that we got coming up. But it's absurd. It is absurd. When you told me that, I couldn't. I couldn't even. I had no words. No words. It's pathetic. But it's typical. It's typical for this team and this organization. It's typical. I feel like you're right. Like you're telling me they got like probably 20 guys making decisions. When you say that, it just makes me, for some reason, it pops in my head. There's like 20 different midgets in a room and they're making decisions for this team. They're sitting around in full suits,
smoking cigars,
drinking brandy around a freaking long business table. And they're all laughing like it's so ridiculous.
Probably not far off.
I laugh and everything, but my face is getting red right now. I'm getting so annoyed.
Oh man,
you're making me think of that scene in Wolf of Wall Street with the dartboard.
Oh, yeah.
But like. Oh, it's so funny. But yeah, it's like you're right, chomping on cigars and just like, hey, who cares? Let's just throw Harvey out there, on short rest. We'll throw him out there. If he dies, he dies. It's like.
You think, man? Yeah, you think? Yeah. We're good.
All right, who's got a stupid idea for today? It's Tro Harvey. Okay, yeah.
Oh my God.
You know what? I got a stupid idea. Let's pitch David Wright. Let's just throw him out there. The guy's healthy.
So Syndergaard's not close right now. No, he's pitching tomorrow. All right, yeah, okay.
Just stupid. So stupid.
It is stupid. Well, what else we got? What other rants we got, boys?
Oh, you want to hear one?
I do.
Let's shift sports to the ice. Let's go to the NHL.
Ooh, hockey.
Now, I don't know whose idea this was. You want to talk about a room full of idiots. The NHL's got one, and Gary Bettman's at the head of the table. I don't know where this came from, but it obviously passed. It is a rule. Failed challenges are going to be penalized. If a coach challenges something and he's wrong, you're sending a player to the box for a 2-minute minor.
What are they calling it?
I don't know. You know what I call it? Fucking stupid. That's what I call it. Now, here's the problem I have with this.
Wow.
All right, so what do you challenge? You challenge a no goal, a goal interference, and what's the big one? The offside.
The offsides, right.
Well, let's talk about that asinine rule in itself first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
I hate that rule.
dude. And here's the biggest problem. 9 times out of 10, it's never a quick 2-on-1.
Nope.
You know, and bang bang goal. No, that was offsides. I want to take a look at it. It's always they get into the zone and they grind in the zone for like 45 seconds to a minute. That puck control, moving it around. You forget the entry. It was like a year and a half ago. They score and you go, oh, wait a second. Oh, yeah, that guy was offside by a pubic hair. And now all that shit, no goal. Like it would have changed a goddamn thing. Okay? So we go from one stupid freaking rule, which has only been like, what, 2 years? They've been challenging offsides? 2 full seasons?
Yeah, something like that. It hasn't
been long. So they go, wow, yeah, we already have a problem because it's a stupid rule. So let's penalize bad challenge. Let's just compound the bad ideas on top of each other like a fucked up ice cream sundae. Let's just keep pouring it on. It's so stupid.
This is so stupid. This is like a Gary Bettman copying these other sports that have made these type of rules in their sport for like that are worried about pace of play and stuff like that. And I feel like this is implemented so that people don't challenge, so that it doesn't take away from that, so it doesn't make like a game longer. Hockey is the one game that is never longer.
Right.
The game is fine the way it is. It's the one game that you might not have a freaking commercial break.
Exactly.
If the puck doesn't leave the ice or doesn't get a stoppage or something like that. This is so dumb. He's just like he's so stupid as a commish that he's just looking at other sports like, hey, what do they do? Does that work? Did I do that? And he or should I do it? And he freaking does it. This is so stupid.
Probably has that voice too.
I think he does. Well, I mean, another problem I have with this, the challenge in itself, if you said, if they're worried about something like the pace of play or something, because that is a big thing with the challenges. And even if you say a team comes in and scores, all right, say it's a third period, all right, like a big game, right, end of the season, or God forbid a playoff game, you're down 2, okay, there's like 7 minutes left. You come in and you score to cut it to 1, but Joe Schmo on the other bench challenges, because 6 hours ago you entered the zone offsides. No goal. I mean, what a momentum killer, all right? And even if he challenges it and he's wrong and the goal stands, you lose momentum because it takes so long.
That's a really good point.
You got 3 idiots talking about it. Then they got to call the idiots in Toronto, and they got to call the idiots back. It's ridiculous. So, yeah, they say, oh, we have a problem. And like Stan, like you said, if they're worried about pace of play, just get rid of the challenge. Just get rid of it. Just say, listen, cut your losses. All right, this was a bad idea. Every other sport challenges stuff, so we had to try it because Gary Bettman's a fucking little, troll who has to just, like you said, piggyback everybody else. Let's just scrap it. But no, they're just going to pile on and now give a penalty if it's a wrong check. Like, holy shit. I can't stand this league.
Like what do you even call that penalty? I'm sitting here thinking, are they just going to call it failed challenge?
They'll probably call it a delay of game.
Delay of game. It's stupid. That's stupid.
Because you're game. It's taking years off my life. That's what it's doing.
Delaying life.
It's
Mike, this is stupid. I mean, and when you texted us, before about that, that's the first time I heard of it. And as soon as you texted me that, and I kind of looked at it, I had to take a double take just to take a look at what you said. And I was baffled. I'm like, what? I thought it was a jokes. I thought I was going to I thought I was going to click on it. And you like sent us a big black penis or something like that. That's why I thought it was a joke.
This is going to sound weird, but I wish I did that. I wish
you did it now too.
I wish it was a big black penis.
This is absurd because this is gonna come around and bite our team in the ass somehow. It is. It's gonna happen. And we're gonna get so freaking pissed off.
I know. Because remember, and challenging that offside is still very gray area. Remember, if you're dragging your back skate in and it comes off the ice.
Oh, I know.
You're in the zone, and that's going to be offsides. And I hate that, but that's the rule. Even if your skate is over the blue line, but it's off the ice.
Yep.
But it's still like a judgment thing. I think if you're coasting, they can say you're not in. But if you're full stride, but your skate comes up, you're in the zone. So it's already, still it's very subjective still. So now you throw this in where, all right, so Vigneault's going to challenge that, and we're going to think, oh yeah, they were offsides, and guess what? They push the screw the Ranger button, and we lose, and now we're in the penalty box. I'm going to lose my mind.
Wow. So this is implemented for this season coming up.
Yes, failed offside challenges are going to be a penalty.
Holy cow. This is
unbelievable.
That's absurd. That's absurd. I love watching hockey, and this is just, like you said, it's going to kill momentum.
Like, Bettman will not stop until this league is just in ruins. It's
you guys are so right, though. That's what he does. He really does try and piggyback off the other sports commissioners. He really does. He's got no ideas of his own.
No, and it's like it's rule changes for the sake of rule changes. He's like everyone is like, is this going to help Gary? And he's like, no, but I haven't changed a rule in a while, so here you go.
Wow, this just makes me want to Chuck Norris's toupee off his head.
You could probably just a stiff blow.
Yeah, I know. I'm just gonna flick it. I'm just gonna flick it off.
You know, the only people like Gary Bettman are the other head of all the other sports: Adam Silver, Roger Goodell, and Rob Manfred, because he makes them look good.
Yeah,
those are the only people that like freaking Gary Bettman.
Yeah,
those three guys.
He's a basketball guy. He started the NBA.
Yeah.
By the way,
who worked for the NBA. Like, I could do hockey.
Sloane Stephens just beat Venus Williams. She's in the final.
All right.
That's nice.
That makes me happy. I don't like any Williams tennis player.
I like Sloane.
Go Sloane, go.
Wow. Very, very, very fun news. Yeah. It's absurd. That's terrible, Mike. Jeez. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, anybody got anything else? I mean, we need to pep ourselves up here. We need something good.
Well, I have a couple other things that are actually kind of pissing me off a little bit, and it has to do with tennis. Sloane Stephens just beat Venus, and luckily in this match, you can't see what's pissing me off. But I went to the U.S. Open last week. I've been watching every day. What is with Adidas and Nike? They must be forcing the players to wear the same freaking outfits. It looks like everyone that is wearing Adidas just came off a shift at freaking Hot Dog on a Stick. They're wearing freaking yellow, red, and blue checkered squares.
Are they wearing? They have cute matching hats.
Right? It's like, can I have a lemonade with that? Jesus.
Right, I know, dude. I saw that too, and all the girls that are wearing Nike, exact same outfit.
Right, and there's a save few that don't have it, and it's like the big wigs, like Federer and Nadal are wearing a little bit different stuff. I think.
That's because they have their own lines.
What'd you say?
They have their own Nike lines usually.
Well, right, that's why. But these other people that don't are wearing the same stuff. It's so stupid.
I know. There were two women playing the other day. I can't remember who it was. And I swear to God, they were playing each other and had the same exact Nike outfit on. It was terrible.
I watched it. I can't remember who it is either because it's so many of them.
I know. I want to say one of the girls was Sevastova. I think that was one of the girls. I don't remember, but it was. I think it was Sevastova. What didn't Sevastova play? Who'd she play? Did she play Keys or Sloane?
Well,
I don't remember.
It's not Sloane because Sloane has a different.
Right. I'm just trying to think of who Sevastova was playing. What part of the draw she was in.
I can't remember, but it's not. She didn't play Sloane. Well, she might have, but that's not the match you're thinking of because Sloane has this pink outfit that she's been wearing the whole time. Anyway.
Yeah, you're right.
Anyway, this is just. I just don't understand what Adidas is doing. And at the Open, they have their own store. I'm sorry, it's not just Adidas. It's Adidas and Nike. But Adidas has their own store at the Open that I went into, and everything they are selling is this hot dog on a stick outfit.
Hot dog on a stick.
I don't know. Do you guys even know what hot dog on a stick is?
Can you please explain that?
I'm guessing you can buy a hot dog that's on a stick.
Correct, but it's a chain. It's a California chain.
Yeah.
No.
It's a chain restaurant, and their outfits are these tennis outfits. It's a Adidas outfit, and that's what they wear. And you could get hot dogs. You could get cheese-filled corn dogs
On a stick.
Like all on a stick. They got like 5 different choices on a stick. It's like meats on a stick. I think they saw something about Mary, and they decided to make more meats on a stick. Because do you remember? And then it's like you get like a lemonade, like a freshly squeezed lemonade. But they're wearing these freaking outfits that Adidas put out there. Not only is everyone wearing the same one, they are ugly. It's awful looking.
Yeah, you know what? I just kind of looked it up here, and I think basically all it is Nike and Adidas. I don't know if they agreed to kind of do this kind of as like a fun little thing, but they're just competing against each other, and they came out with this line of apparel that their players are going to wear, and it's almost like Team Nike versus Team Adidas here. Now, the problem is your hot dog on a stick Adidas outfit is from the Pharrell collection.
What?
Well,
Pharrell with his giant, cowboy hat that he wears. So yeah, that's going to go good places with fashion. Yeah, it's almost like Team Adidas versus Team Nike, and I don't know why, but yeah, these things are hideous.
I'd almost root for the all Wimbledon, the all white. I like the all white at Wimbledon.
Yeah, this is terrible. What is this?
Right? You're looking at it now for the first time. It's ugly. It's terrible.
I mentioned this to you. I saw when who did Del Potro beat? The Austrian kid. Team,
yeah.
Yeah, Team had it on.
Yeah, he had it on, and I kind of went, oh, that's kind of different and kind of neat. That was my initial thought, but the more I look at it, and the fact that I know that it's just like a all Adidas player thing, I don't know, it just makes it ugly now.
Well, if he was the only guy that wore it, that's okay.
Yeah, the individuality is what
right.
We wear something funky. It's kind of cool, whatever. It's tennis.
Right.
It's an individual sport. But yeah, this is like it's like a team. They're like teamed up.
Yeah, like Muguruza had it on too, and she had so they have it for the men and the women. It's just a little bit different of a design,
Yeah.
But she at least had this visor that I actually like the way the visor looked. But it's just awful.
Hey, Rye.
Yeah.
So, all right, I kind of looked it up, and it was Keys versus Svitolina.
Okay. And yeah, it was.
Have the Nike outfit on, and it's gray. It's light gray and like a dark gray with like a pink Nike symbol, swoosh symbol. Dude, it's the same. It's the same one.
I know. And it looks like a one piece, but it's really a 2-piece.
Okay. Yeah. Svitolina is a little different on the top. She's got more coloring on the top, and Keys is more just like black. Holy cow, it's so close.
Yeah, and you know what? I got a Nike design I think is a little bit better than the Adidas design, but I still hate the fact that it's all the same on everybody. It's so stupid. Just dumb. It's just dumb. I have nothing else to say about that.
It's just dumb.
Oh my God. Well, Mike, you had another US Open thing too.
Well, mine's kind of like a tennis thing.
Tennis thing. My bad.
I don't watch tennis as much as I used to. I definitely don't follow it as closely as you guys do these days. But one thing I noticed, and I've always noticed it, and it's just kind of slowly started to piss me off. It's really stupid, but it bothers me. A guy's serving, or a gal is serving. Actually, no, it's more the men, because they can put the balls right in the pockets. You need 2 balls, right? In case your first serve's a fault, you need a second ball. They always demand a third ball from the poor ball boy who's sweating their balls off, running around like maniacs. And what does the guy do? He looks at it for a second and he just throws it back to the kid, or he just hits it with his racket like he's super cool. Oh, I know where you are. And he just no look hits it, and the kid has to go chase that ball down. It pisses me off. Why do they do that?
I think it's just for entertainment value. It's cool, like you said. They think it's pretty cool looking.
So cool. These kids have to chase down balls for no fucking reason. It's so annoying. Like they just look at it, like a pitcher looking at the seams on the base. It's a fucking tennis ball. It's fuzz. Yeah. It's got fuzz on it. And
it's like, it's like how do they know which one is better in a time frame of like 0.6 seconds?
Right, but and the part that gets me the most is they look at it. What the hell are you looking at? What do you like when it's got a defect and you hit it back? They never keep the third ball. I've never seen a player look at that third one and go, "Oh, I'll keep that one," and hit another one back. It's always the one the kid just gave him.
Yeah,
so you're stupid. Right. Tennis players.
And, you know what's funny about that? You're saying how like it's almost like cruelty to the ball boy. So
yeah.
So I went last Thursday. It's day 4, round 2. Okay, great day. I'm gonna start off by just saying that I went to a match late in the night on like court 10, which at the U.S. Open. It's not a main court, but I somehow got lucky enough to see the number 17 ranked woman in the tournament, and Elena Vesnina, Flipkins. All right, so Flipkins, I sit down and I get front row seat. I'm sitting right behind the line judge, like right behind her. And so I can hear anything that they're saying on the court, any interaction they have with any ball boy. And that's what makes the U.S. Open so awesome, is that you are so close to the action. Okay?
Yeah.
So I'm there, and Flipkins, downright bitch to the ball boy. Like mean, rude, making facial grunts, like cursing in a different language, or at least it looked like it. And then sometimes in English, like getting really mean to this guy. And I'm like towel. And she like wipe, like, not the ball, towel. And I'm like, and it was like, and I'm like, I feel so bad for this freaking ball boy. And he's like busting his ass. These ball boys at the U.S. Open move they move like there's no tomorrow.
Oh my God.
They're moving so fast that every ball, like better than Kramer could do it. Right? So they're running. She's being mean. I guess the crowd picks up on it, and it's not a huge crowd, but it's a pretty good crowd at this court 10. They pick up on it, and there's a few people rooting for her, but everyone's rooting for Vesnina. One, she is super nice to the ball boys. She's nice to everybody. She's nice to the crowd. She's nice to the ball boy. She's nice to the umpire. She's nice to the line judges. She's thank you very much. Every time the guy gives her the towel, every time she gets that third ball that you hate so much, thank you. It's like, so everyone in this match is rooting for Vesnina, and eventually she wins the match. And I'm like, you know what? All these people should be into Vesnina. She's awesome, and she's just handling herself very well. But after the match, she's so generous. She signs autographs for every single person there. There's not one person that asked for one that did not get an autograph. There is not. She's signing on one side of the court. There's like 5 kids on the other side of the court calling, Elena, and she runs over there and signs their autographs, takes selfies with them. She probably signed 50 people's things. She took 40, 50 selfies with people. She didn't turn down a single person. So I was going to go up to her and have her sign my hand. I'm like, I can't even do this. Like, I don't want to. She's been so nice. I don't want to take any more of her time. I just said, hey, good luck the rest of the way. And she responded by saying, thank you very much. Thanks for coming out. And every single person that talked to her, she talked back to them. She like, not in a bad way. She spoke with them. She signed their order. She took selfies. Just a great day. And this is why a great person. This is why the tournament is so great, because you have that chance on these side courts to see some good talent, and these people are walking through you, past you before and after they play.
Yeah.
One more crazy thing about this match. In the middle of the match, third set, she's in a long rally with Flipkins, and Vesnina comes back. She wins the point up at the net, and she's walking back to the baseline. And as she's walking back, she like takes her shoe off in the middle, and then takes her sock off, and then rips her nail off. And she rips her freaking toenail off, looks over at us and goes, my nail. and like she had me laughing. She had me and the guy next to us in stitches. We're laughing. She puts her sock back on, puts her shoe back on, and just goes. And here's this huge freaking toenail just
On the court.
on the court, sitting behind the baseline. It's there the whole match. It's just sitting there, and I just find it so funny. And she handled it like a champ.
Yeah. I mean, right. I mean, I could see you getting very excited because, I mean, it's such a fun experience, the U.S. Open.
It's
And
great.
yeah, and the cool thing about it too for us is, all three of us have been there before, and it's one of the 4 majors that we can technically get to easier, obviously, because it's in the United States, and it happened to be in New York where we all were from. So it's a great atmosphere. Rhino, you want to talk a little bit about the atmosphere of the U.S. Open?
It's great. First of all, if you're living on Long Island, I was on Long Island the day of the tournament, the day I went. So I took the train early with my my sister-in-law, Shan, love you. We get on the train. I think we catch like an 8:30 a.m. train. So starting your day at 8:30, you get into Flushing, you get into Willets Point on the train, you get to the game, to the match, to the U.S. Open. I think it was like 10:30. We're walking through. We're there all day. I'll just quickly say we didn't leave until the 1:15 a.m. train.
It's a good day.
A good day. It's a good
healthy day.
The atmosphere is like no other. There's no other sporting event like it. We had Ashe tickets, which is the Arthur Ashe Stadium. It's the main stadium. It's the biggest tennis court in the world. So I had Ashe tickets for the daytime. So I got to see Federer play, which was what I really wanted to do. He played awful. And I was like, oh my God, I'm jinxing him. But clearly he wasn't right, physically. Mm-hmm. But he ended up grinding through and winning the match, like the champion he is, right? So that was awesome. See Federer play. I saw Del Potro play. I saw like a bunch of different people play. And then after that match, I was like, okay, let's go to the side courts because they had to do the switch over for the night session for the main court. So they can charge twice in a day. And that's when I watched Vesnina. It's when I watched Kuznetsova. And then all of a sudden, after the first set of the Nadal match, all these people he loses the first set, Nadal, and all these people are leaving Arthur Ashe Stadium. And I'm like, what? So I'm like, let me just ask him if I get a ticket. And they're like, yeah, you can have it. So I got to see Nadal play at night, and that's why I stayed till like 1:15. But I left in the middle of the last set. I could have stayed there for another hour, but the next train was until 3:30 a.m., and I just wasn't doing that.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. You got a nice full day of tennis. And you know what's cool about this place too? And like I said, we've all been there before. You really don't even have to be a tennis fan to enjoy the atmosphere there, because there's great places to eat. There's great places to get a couple drinks. There's great places to just socialize with people you don't even know, And then you get into one of these side matches, which sometimes might be even more fun than one of the big matches in Ashe.
Oh, right. Remember, we the 3 of us were there several years ago, and Duty Sailor. Right. We were eating lunch, and Stanley Man wanders away because he's got to go see what tennis is going on. He comes back. He goes, "This match with Duty Sales in the 5th set. It's a great match." And we walk 100 feet over to the side court, and to speak to the atmosphere, these side courts, they get packed with people. It's 10, 12 deep all around, and we watched the end of the end of the 5th set there, and it was so much fun. And like you said, you just see big stars, these big tennis stars, just walking amongst you, right through, they the practice courts or whatever, and they just walk right through you. And it's really, really, really cool place.
Yeah, didn't we watch one in the newer court that was like sunken down a little bit?
Court 17.
Well,
yes,
I believe we were in Ashe during the day watching Sharapova.
Yes.
Yep.
And couldn't you look down like over the edge of the stadium all the way at the top and see down on that court, the other court?
You could, and now you can't anymore.
Okay. I remember we were watching Thomas Burdick. We had like a bird's eye view. We were looking straight down at that court.
Oh, that was okay. That was the old Louis Armstrong.
We were in Armstrong,
Stadium.
correct? Right,
Yep.
that's right.
Because you can walk through Louis and the grandstand, correct?
Right.
Yes, but this is the worst part of this year's U.S. Open for me. Okay.
Okay.
So when we went, you're right. We were on Louis Armstrong, and you're looking down. You could sit in the top row of Armstrong, and you could see down at the grandstand.
Yes,
right.
That's what we.
So you're basically looking almost straight down at Burditch on grandstands. But this year, it's no longer there. They have a new grandstand. They knocked down Louis Armstrong. They're rebuilding Louis Armstrong.
Oh, right. I think I heard that.
So next year, it's going to be a 14,000 seat stadium, Armstrong.
Wow.
And it's going to have a roof, a retractable roof like the main court. So they're going to have 2 courts with roofs. And this year, they had a temporary Armstrong that was a huge court with a lot of seats. That was like a big metal structure. And twice I was going to wait online because they sometimes don't let you take your seat until there's like a changeover. But because this was a temporary court, if you remember at Armstrong, there's so many entrances into the building that you can just go up to the top and sit. They're not going to stop you. Right. But the only entrance at this temporary court, or the only entrances, were low. So they're not going to let you walk to your seat while they're playing, so you're not distracting the player. And I was on the line to see Dimitrov or something, and Madison Keys, and I didn't go because I was like, even at the changeover, this line is so long, I'm never going to make it. So that was just the one downfall of the experience this year that was different than any other year. But next year it should be right back on target.
So a new Louis Armstrong. Nice. What a wonderful world, you know?
What a wonderful world.
But the new grandstand where I saw Del Potro play, freaking beautiful.
Yeah, I saw that on TV. It did look brand new, and it looked really nice.
It's like an 8,000 seat stadium. So that's like the 3rd biggest court they have. But anyway, Mike, you said you could see on these side courts, you could see something better that's on a main court. And that's especially true in the early rounds because, let's face it, when we saw Sharapova play, she played someone like barely ranked, and she destroyed them.
We were there the first day. We were there the first round.
Right. So, but the day that I went, I watched Federer play against Yuzhny on Ash, and that was a 5-set match. It was a great match. It was a struggle for both guys, but it was great because it went 5 sets. Right. But because that match went 5 sets, I didn't happen to see what was happening on one of the side courts. I heard about it on the radio because you get one of those earpieces. If you have an American Express, you can listen to the commentators. Right. So they kept talking about this Shelby Rogers match. Have you guys heard about this match?
No, I have not.
Okay, well, Shelby Rogers, I honestly forget who she was playing. She ends up grinding out a 3-set match, winning this match. The longest women's match in U.S. Open history, 3 hours and 33 minutes.
Is that right?
Really?
Yeah.
3-3.
Yeah.
Wow.
3-20.
3-setter, too.
3-setter, 3 hours, 33 minutes. I mean, it was, and I was like, I didn't even get a chance to see it. But you know what? I wouldn't pass Federer up.
No.
But the experience was great. And then I told you about the Court 10 experience with Vesnina and her freaking toenail, Michael Hall.
Well, that's great.
It is great. It's like when you were there with me years ago, what was your favorite thing that you ate or drank? Do you remember?
The favorite thing I drank was the Grey Goose. What are they called?
The Grey Goose Honey Deuce.
Honey Deuce by
Honey
Grey
Deuce.
Fantastic.
Phenomenal.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. They are a pretty penny at $16 a pop.
Worth every penny.
Worth every penny. I remember it was 14 when we went the last whatever years ago, 5 years ago. But this thing is Grey Goose vodka, lemonade, Chambord liqueur, and 3 like honeydew melon balls. Freaking fantastic.
That's awesome.
But the food at this place, like you
excellent.
said, Bri, the food is excellent.
Yeah, and there's so many places to eat too.
So many places. They have this food court that, like at a mall, you go to a food court, there might be like 6 to 8 things. There's like 15 places at this place to get food. There's the Italian, there's Indian, there's Mexican.
That's what I ate. I ate the Mexican last time. I remember how freaking awesome those like nachos were that I got.
They were awesome. Not so thrilled with them this year. I remember them being awesome that time, but this year the Mexican place, I don't know if it changed, but it's called the Angry Taco, which
Ooh,
I found funny. I had the Chipotle chicken nachos, so-so, okay?
Okay.
They have this new melt shop that does like these, melts, and then they have these cheesy tots. The cheesy tots are pretty damn good. They got a Korean barbecue food truck that's Korean tacos.
Wow.
Yeah, little kimchi.
They have a
Little
Dina
kimchi.
DeLuca. They have a Pat LaFritas, and I had the chicken parm sandwich and the filet mignon steak sandwich and the spicy tots at Pat LaFritas Steaks.
If
You can eat
viewers,
a lot.
if you didn't know, Ryan Stanley can eat.
Dude, phenomenal, right? But what I didn't know, and I was so happy to see, I've been wanting to go to a David Chang restaurant for a long time. I don't know if you heard of Momofuku.
No, absolutely
Okay.
have not heard of that.
I think it's DC, but I know they're around. I've wanted to go to Momofuku for a long time. But anyway, I'm walking through this spot and I see Fuku, and I'm like, I'm not gonna go Fuku, but it's Fuku, and I'm like,
Wow.
I wonder if this is anything to do with Momofuku, and I don't know. And I'm like, it looks pretty good. I'm gonna get it, and I didn't look, but I get this spicy fried chicken sandwich. Okay. It turns out it is David Chang's Fuku. It's a chain. It's like a branch of one of his things that's only at the U.S. Open. And I get this spicy fried chicken sandwich. It's like a Chick-fil-A sandwich, like their main sandwich. It's just the chicken, the pickles, and the bun, right?
Right.
Okay.
This chicken sandwich was to die for.
From fuck you.
It was a habanero brine on there. Spicy, crispy, like you couldn't ask for. It was the best thing I ate today. Maybe the Pat LaFritas filet mignon steak sandwich was a runner-up. Those two things, phenomenal. But I made sure I tried all these things to give the viewers something to know if they ever get to the U.S. Open.
I was going to say.
Yeah,
what an extensive food review we're
You're making me
right
hungry, man.
I know.
I'm freaking starving right now. My mouth is watering. I would do anything for this Fuku right now.
I was gonna have a bowl of Raisin Bran Crunch, but now I want a chicken sandwich.
Yeah, you know what? I can't blame you. You got to find something now, because this chicken parm. I can't wait till this pod's done, because I'm gonna freaking get a freaking big sandwich from somewhere.
Wow. Hey,
Stephen Matz from Seaport Deli.
Oh yeah, we've mentioned this one before. I'll get the mats.
I'll send you the mats, as you would call it.
Other things though that weren't there, that were there when we were there. Do you remember the silent vent, like the quiet beer vendors? Like normally they're like, beer here, beer here. Do you remember the ones that would walk around the side courts and they'd be like, beer here? Beer
yes,
here?
do I ever?
The whispering vendors.
See them this time. They added so many more restaurants and bars. Like, Ryan, you remember that they had a lot of bars and places to get drinks and a lot of restaurants. But they added so much more. So they don't. I didn't see those vendors walking around for beer like they used to have.
You know what? You know what though, Mike? You brought up a good point, and that's probably one of my favorite things about the U.S. Open, because it's something in sports you rarely ever see, if not ever see, and that is a professional tennis player just walking amongst the crowd like it's nothing. And that doesn't happen anywhere else. They just walk amongst the crowd after their match, one of those side courts. They'll go through the crowd with their coaches and everything, and it's great. And usually the cool part about it, when you're in like the middle and everything, usually when they're walking through, people definitely recognize them, but people won't go and hound them for autographs, which is awesome. You kind of let the players do what they got to do. You see them, hey, you say hello, whatever. Some of them say hi back, but I love that. I love how they could just walk amongst us. It's just a great thing, you know?
It is. It adds to the atmosphere, and you look up and you see, you see a Michael Eugene just walking through with his coach. He's got his bag on his shoulder, and it's just really, really cool.
Very cool.
I got one this week. Last week when I went, I Tennis Sandgren, who the only reason I knew it was him was because that facial hair he's got. I'm like, there's Tennis.
There's Tennis.
He's right next. We just talked about this guy. Tennis is right next to me.
His name is Tennis. Everybody.
Born to play.
Tennis. And Nunzi, I told you, saying I don't know if I told you this. I learned now it's Tennys.
Yep.
Tennis. He's named after his grandfather. Okay. His grandfather his name was Tennis. His grandfather was not a tennis player. So where the hell did that name come from?
That's crazy.
Maybe his parents wanted him to be a tennis player, but wasn't. And tennis, the current tennis is from Tennessee. So he thought, oh, maybe that's some connection.
Right.
But that same grandfather, also not from Tennessee. So I don't know what the hell's going on.
That's crazy.
They're just tennis fans. I don't know.
Just tennis, love tennis.
One other guy that I watched that I think you guys would be interested in. I don't know if I told you this, but one guy I went to go see. He got knocked out in round one. Nick Kyrgios. He got knocked around in round one in singles. So I didn't think I'd be able to see him, but he played doubles in this the day I went. Right. Shan, we got to go see this guy play. He might flip out and curse out the crowd or curse out the ref. We gotta go see him play, and you could see the freaking talent. Every once in a while, he'd hit shots that you're like, oh my gosh, how did he do that? And then the next shot, he'd hot dog it, and he'd hit one into the net or into the ground or hit one like freaking 40 feet long. Like, yeah. and you could just see, and twice he threw the racket down, on the ground, and you could see him chirping with his buddy. He played with another guy from Australia, Reed or something. And they were both howling at each other a little. They ended up coming back and winning. It was a long 3-set doubles match. They came back and won it after they lost the first set.
Right.
And then they got killed in the next round. But I had to go watch him play. And it's just like, yeah, this guy is kind of an idiot out there. And it makes me I can't root for this guy at all.
Him and Bernard Tomic. I can't stand both of them because they both just bitch. And they both just basically say they hate tennis. They basically
did you see what Kyrgios and Tomic have said recently? Yeah. What Kyrgios said after he lost in round one?
He basically doesn't care.
Well, I should have said this about shit that pisses me off because this really fucking pisses me off.
Go, baby, go.
This guy loses in round freaking one and says, I don't care if I lose in round one or if I lose in the semifinals.
Yep. And that was Kyrgios that said that?
That was Kyrgios this year that said that.
Yeah. Tomic made a comment. I think it was at at Wimbledon after he lost in the first round. And he basically is like, I'm not having fun out there. Okay, then don't play. Then get the hell out of here.
Right. You know how much money these guys
– we're trying to watch guys that actually want to be out there and are putting their heart and soul into this game, not guys that are going to just freaking, just prance around and not care. I can't stand it.
Yeah,
I'm mad again.
Yeah, it's ridiculous because the tennis plays in these big major tournaments, they pay very well. That the purse in these tournaments is big. So even if you lose in the first round, especially at the U.S. Open, I'm not sure what it is at the other places, but at the U.S. Open, if you lose in the first round, men or women, you're making like $50,000.
Yep.
Not bad.
And then if you win, and you lose in round two, you win like $86,000, and then you're over 100. And then, like, if you're in the semis, you're making $900,000, and the loser in the final still makes over like $1.8 million, and the winner makes like $3.9. Like, that's some good money going around. You know what? If it's not fun for you, let someone else make that money that needs it or worked on it and needs that stuff. And then Kyrgios and Tomic, I think they're both Australian, correct? Tomic, yeah, yes. Tomic is right. So I'm like, all right, is this like, what is this with the Australian guys? Because I haven't noticed that with other guys. I just want to say something good about the guy that beat Kyrgios in the first round, Jonathan Millman, who I got to watch play. This guy Malik Jaziri, the day I went, just a good sport, good little crowd. He had like 4 people that must have been family with him. Good people, like right next to me, cheering him on. Just good people. He seemed cool. So it's not. They're not all like Kyrgios and Tomic out there.
No, they're not. They're not. It's just those guys they piss me off. I don't want to ever see them in the sport again. I don't. And Kyrgios too. Kyrgios, when he plays and he's got that attitude, you could see him. He basically during rallies, he'll just walk around and get beat.
In the first round, Millman, who faced him in round one, was 7-1 to beat him. So, and I'm like, you know what, Kyrgios, I don't think I can't bet on this. I'm betting against him. I'm betting against in between the ears. I'm not betting against his talent. I'm betting against in between the ears, his head. It just he can't do it. So I bet on Millman. He won me some money.
Dude, I've seen this guy. Kyrgios, talent-wise, he could be a top 10 player easily.
Yeah,
I've seen him play like a top 10 player before. It's just he's like you said, it's between the ears.
right. But so if anyone ever gets to this U.S. Open, make sure you eat the food. Make sure you get the drinks. Make sure you enjoy this atmosphere. Walk around. Don't just stay on one court. Walk around. Check out the build. There's 17, 18 courts that you can go to. Also, the practice facility is cool. I stood 5 feet behind Marin Cilic as he was returning shots from his practice partner. Ridiculous. I've never seen anything up close that close behind him. That was really cool to see on the practice court. There's just so much to see. You say you walk by the players. There's so many celebrities at these things. I didn't see any this year. I'm sure they were there, but you have a chance to see some celebrities. You have a chance to see some, tennis players, some good like physical, sporting event. Like, this is just a great event. I would recommend it for everybody. Eat as much as you can, drink as much as you can. It's a great time.
If you go there, I dare you to go there and spend a day there and come and tell us that wasn't a fun time, because you're a liar. You're a liar.
Yeah, and then it's not only they have the fan experience. They have so much stuff for you to do. That's not, like you said, if you're not a tennis fan, you're still going to have fun.
Right. Well, I mean, you nailed it on the head, man. And it was great that you went there not too long ago to experience it again and see all the new stuff that happened to it. Because, me and Mike, we haven't been back in a while. So I'd love to get there again. I'd love to get there again. And hopefully I can. But you know what, guys? We held true to our name, the Angry Hacks, today. We had a couple of things that bothered us, and we got them off our chest. And I hope that it rings true to some other people, and they can kind of relate to, what we go through with sports. But guys, we got to do a football preview quite soon. So let's hope you guys come back and listen to us. We're gonna do a football preview, probably our next podcast. Again, always get on iTunes. Please download our podcasts and subscribe. Give us a review. We're on YouTube and SoundCloud, Angry Hacks, and we're also at the Angry Hacks on Twitter. Hope you guys enjoyed us tonight, and we'll be back soon. Later, guys.
Peace.
Later.